Good morning. My name is Faye Grimsley. I'm Associate Professor of Global Environmental Health Sciences, Tulane University. I'm currently on special leave as a Yerby Visiting Associate Professor, Department of Environmental Health, Harvard School of Public Health. My testimony today will focus on the process of the NTP program's ROC, the impact of the report on carcinogens on jobs, and why the National Toxicology Program is important. First of all, the process involves a number of peer reviews, first by expert panels, second by interagency scientific review group, thirdly the NIEHS NTP scientific review group, and finally reviewed by the NTP Board of Scientific Counselors. Comments from the public are solicited during steps 1 through 3 of the process when the expert panel meets to review the background documents and NTP Board of Scientific Counselors meets to review the draft substance profiles. The public is invited to attend. Closed meetings are held when listing or removal status recommendations are made for selected substances. Although there are a number of closed meetings to discuss and recommend listing status of specific substances, the review process is transparent and open to the public for criticisms and opinions during the review process. Impact of the NTP ROC process on jobs. We know that according to NIOSH, it is well documented that associations between occupational exposures and cancer exist. From an environmental health scientist point of view and an industrial hygienist, the NTP process is a valuable resource of information and is often cited and referred when carcinogenic information is needed. Any chemical substance listed by the ROC will impact the health of workers and the public. The review process should consider what impact this will have on business of all sizes. Whenever new regulations or standards are introduced, use of state-of-the-art technologies and practices to protect worker health may be beyond resources of small businesses. Small entities often have limited resources. Agencies charged with health and safety of the public and workers should anticipate and provide assistance and resources to these entities to relieve any additional strain of compliance. Most health and safety personnel, regardless of company size, would agree that additional requirements are involved when new chemicals are designated as a carcinogen or potential carcinogenic agent. But the benefits of knowing that readily available list of carcinogen chemicals relieves some of the burden of identifying one category of toxic substances which workers have a potential for exposures and adverse health effects if needed. Why the NTP is important to public health. With more and more chemicals being developed and used by society and in the workplace, databases that contain toxicity and health and safety information developed by the NTP process and others will continue to be used by a number of companies, organizations, and agencies for toxicity assessment and decision-making to address public health issues. Development of exposure limits and carcinogenic classifications is a challenge. When workers and community members are unaware of the potential toxic health hazards in their work environment and communities, this makes them more vulnerable to injury and diseases. It is important to provide them with information and references to assist in anticipating and recognizing hazards and the health effects associated with carcinogens in the workplace and the community. If a chemical or agent lacks toxicological and carcinogenic data, it is difficult to conduct exposure assessments in public health and worker populations, which makes it difficult to respond to affected populations' concerns and fears of long-term health effects. For example, in the aftermath of Hurricane Katrina, the public was very concerned about the copious amounts of mold exposure and potential health effects. The NTP played an instrumental role in gathering knowledge and coordinating potential research questions that could help address the impact of mold and mycotoxin and exposures and health effects. Potential exposures to chemicals occur in homes and communities. Scientists have the daunting task of combining and assessing data from laboratory studies and information from human population epidemiological studies to determine a substance's cancer-causing ability. Systematic processes are needed to assess toxicity and hazards associated with these chemicals. Given the limitations of oversight sometimes placed on federal agencies, The NTP is uniquely positioned to lead various types of reviews and investigations of chemicals that are of concern across different aspects of public health. Thank you.